What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We just want to do a quick movie review for
The Turning.
The Turning. Before we get into it, though, if you like this video, give us a like and subscribe.
All right, so we saw Turning on Friday, opening night, and it was not good. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was probably the worst movie I've ever seen. The worst. I mean, like, I know I'm switching movies for just a second here, but Last Jedi, I mean, that was bad, but this one, I think, topped it. So this one is probably the worst I've ever watched. I'll start of how it starts off. So it starts off with this lady in the haunted house, right?
Yeah.
And she's running out of the house because I guess something terrified her. And she gets in her car and she's driving, and then there's a gate, and then she pushes the gate out, and then she leaves. So then now the story transitions into this lady named Kate. She works at like some art studio thing with her mother or someone, and her mother paints or someone, I don't know. And so she took on a job as kind of like a foster mother to raise two children who live in the haunted house with this other lady who's a maid there. And she takes on the job there, and she goes there and raises the two kids. And the two kids keep telling her they act weird, and they say these things. And I thought this movie, it felt rushed. Like, it went by quick, and the story didn't make sense to me. And so there's this one kid, he's a boy, and his name is Miles. He was in the act of the play. He was in Stranger Things.
Yeah,
the kid,
yeah.
And he's defiant to Kate, like she keep, oh, you're not our mother. Our parents died. It's like, we don't need you. So, and the other girl was like treating her normally at times, but the girl kept saying, oh, I'm gonna die. She kept saying it for the entire movie, but nothing even happened to her.
Yeah. It didn't make any sense.
And then this maid is telling her story. Is like, oh, you shouldn't be in this room, and then she's trying to tell, oh, I saw a ghost, and the maid's like, what are you talking about? There's no ghost here. And she goes, I saw Quinn. Quinn was the father of the two kids until he died, and he was like a murderer, and he died. And she saw the ghost of him, and she had visions, and one of the visions was he pushed the maid down the stairs and killed her. Mm-hmm. And then of course after that scene, I didn't know it was a vision. I thought it was all real, and then all of a sudden she's back. I'm like what?
So it wasn't real.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, and then of course she has another vision of where, like, he's terrorizing Kate, and so she has a vision of him terrorizing her, and she takes the two kids and leaves. This is just a vision. This is what she's imagining. Yeah. And basically, the girl's crying. She's like, I don't want to go. I want to stay. But at the same time, she's like, I'm going to die. So it's like, where's this going to lead to? If you're saying I'm going to die and then you're leaving, but you want to stay.
Yeah, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Like, what are you doing? Oh, and then the ending. Oh, my God. It was bad. So then the ending is Kate has another vision, and she's like in this dome, but it's a small dome, and her bed's in the middle. She starts walking, and she sees like this woman on the floor painting. I don't know if it was her mother or someone she knew, or just a hallucination.
Don't explain it.
So then she looks at the woman, and we don't see her face, but she turns her face, and then she starts screaming, and then the movie ends. I'm like, that's it?
Stupid.
That's it?
No.
But out of all the movies I've seen, this topped it. This was terrible. I'm sorry, but Steven Spielberg was the executive producer of this film. Yeah. I expected better out of him, because I like Steven Spielberg. He's a good director. He's done a lot of great movies. Back to the Future.
Yeah, it's surprising that movies that was bad with him
And
being
the
associated with it.
and that wasn't the ending. There was, I forget what scene in the movie it was, but in the book, it's based on the book.
Yeah, yeah.
And they showed the actual ending of the movie in the book, in the movie, but they changed it to a different scene, and then they added this ending into it. So then I'm like, so maybe it's a cliffhanger for a sequel. I don't know, but I read online and they said it's been so bad they're not even going to make a sequel.
Yeah, so basically, just don't waste your time,
It
don't
was
waste your money,
bad.
unless you like bad movies.
But if I can rate this out of 1 through 10, it was like a 0. It was bad. So if you're and I love how they hype it up and say, "Oh, this was a horror film." It wasn't even that scary.
Yeah,
They're there was no jump scares. Like, the only scary parts there were just where that guy shows up as the ghost and starts terrorizing her. But otherwise, it was like a normal film. Like, I expected it to be...
it's supposed to be scary.
Yeah, and like, this is such a great horror. Like, no, it was terrible. It was boring. It was a bore fest. Like, it was so rushed. It was bad. And I'm surprised that Pixar made this.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, they made it. Pixar made it. Oh. And Pixar is owned by Disney, so I'm not surprised by this. Disney, once again, failing out of times two with their move. Yeah. Oh, it was bad. Yeah, so I encourage you not to watch it. Unless, I mean,
unless you like bad movies.
Unless they reboot it and make a different version.
Yeah, which I don't think they're going to. If they're filming first, not going to make a new one.
It was bad. It was horrible.
All right, well... I think that's going to do it for this movie review. So,
hopefully the next one we watch will be better.
Well, we should put in the subject spoilers included. So, in case you don't want to watch this video,
I hope not many people want to watch it.
I should have said this at the beginning. Anyways, if you guys like this video, give us a like and subscribe. Until next time.